Like, let's say there was this guy who went to heaven and came back. He's the guy that could boast, and he's not even boasting, so you shouldn't, okay? But he's talking about himself. And in it, he talks about seeing heaven, being taken to heaven, and then he admits it was so realistic that it might actually have been real, like when he was stoned to death and he was left for dead that one time, and then he was revived. It could be that his spirit went to heaven, like Lazarus, died and came back. It was very real. But he said it might also not be in the body. He says, I don't know. That's what he means when he says caught up into paradise, whether in the body or out of the body, I don't know, God knows. So he's like, it was so real, it might actually have happened, or it might just have been a very, very realistic vision. And he calls it paradise. That's where Jesus is right now, seated at the right hand of the Father. That's where God is right now. That's why it's called heaven, but it's actually paradise. In Revelation 2, verse 7, Jesus says, to the one who conquers, I will grant to eat of the tree of life, which is in the paradise of God. John says, then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and the sea was no more. And I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, behold, the dwelling place of God is with man. Remember, the dwelling place of God is what we call heaven. Now God is on earth with man, so that's why we say we live in heaven at that time. He will dwell with them, verse 3 says, and they will be his people, and God himself will be with them as their God, and he will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. And now you've got 1,500 miles going up as well of floors. You could very comfortably fit, you could give every person that has ever lived on planet Earth up till this point, roughly 16 billion people, a ranch to live on in the city. That's how big the city is. It's massive. And then he describes what it looks like. It looks like jewels and all these types of things. How many people go to heaven, biblically speaking? Very few. Very few. Of that 150,000 who died today, I have no idea how many people go, but it'll be the minority get to go to heaven.